Tonight on Titans football, presented by SeatGeek, the Titans returned home and battled the New England Patriots. From pivotal plays to standout player performances, Coach Mike McCoy is here to provide his thoughts and insight on the game, and we'll recap it all. Plus, former Titan Matt Cassel steps behind the mic, and Titans players bring smiles to brave kids. It's time to press play on Titans football. Welcome to the BetMGM studio in Nashville. I'm Taylor Zarzour, joined by Tennessee Titans interim head coach Mike McCoy. First, I'd like to welcome you to the show, Coach.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you. I know that it had been a long time since you've been a head coach in the National Football League. What did it feel like being out there on Sunday?
I was very comfortable. I think the players did an outstanding job all week long of preparing. We had a great week of practice and everything. And I think the coaching staff did a great job getting everybody ready, and I think communication on game day was flawless. I think we did a great job of communicating as a staff and with players, so I've done it before. So,
can you share your message with the team that you told us about right before the game, and just how important there were three big words you wanted to use with your team, not only on Sunday, but moving forward?
Yeah, we want to play hard, tough, and together. I think it's critical that you go out there, and every time you turn on the film every Monday or the week of preparation, you look at those three things and you say, okay, that's us.
Yeah, and clearly I know that will serve you well moving forward. Got off to a good start in the game offensively. I know you wanted to pump some life into this offense and get a rhythm. What did you like about what you saw there in the first quarter?
Well, I think we were very efficient. I think Cam did an outstanding job of running, all 11 guys. But Cam's the leader of the offense, being the quarterback, going out there, executing the system the way we want it to, move the ball, get off to a good start, a fast start. We worked all week long the way we wanted to play the game, and it showed in the first half.
I know you caught some bad breaks, really. Not able to finish the half defensively, and then coming out of the second half, gave up a long drive that took up basically half of the third quarter, and then there was a turnover. Right before that moment, you're right there in the football game. I know those are the twists and turns of the National Football League.
Yeah, that's the tough part. That's the disappointing part. When we look at the game, you go back, you watch the film, and you meet as a team, as a staff. You look at those things, and those are the things those are the mistakes that we made, and those situations you have to eliminate. It's whether it's a communication error or whether it's, because you're going to get beat. There's going to be players, the NFL, there's a lot of great players in the league, so there's going to be times where you're going to get beat on a one-on-one matchup things, but we got to eliminate some of the little details of things and, just play better.
Coach, John Bones Fossil is going to go with us to the screen and diagram one of Chimdike's great special team returns. But Chimdike isn't just terrific on special teams now, had a great game offensively for us as well.
Yeah, he had the big touchdown. When I actually first got here last March, I was asked to watch a few players, and he was one of them. And that particular route you saw week in and week out in college with him, and he did an outstanding job of running the route, setting the defender up, and then crossing, going to where he did. The offensive line, everybody else, they did a great job of executing what they're supposed to do, and big play. It was great for us.
Rookie, fourth-round pick out of the University of Florida. A second-year player for you out of the University of North Carolina is Cedric Gray. 50 tackles in the last 4 games.
You love the way he's playing downhill. He sees something, he's going after it, he's attacking and going through a gap, making big plays for us. So you just love the way he's playing downhill. He's physical. He loves the game, and you love the way he plays it.
Do you like the fight from your team, the culture that your team has right now?
No doubt. Like I said all last week, to talking to everybody here, the way they've worked, the way they've played, we just got to just play more consistent and play better for 60 minutes, and we'll get what we deserve. But they played extremely hard, and they're playing the way we want to. We just got to clean up some things so we can win those games.
Yeah, Coach, at the beginning of the year, you saw some good finishes to the football game, and obviously in Arizona there was a great finish in the last quarter of the game. This time, the first first half of the game went well. You're just talking about establishing that for 60 minutes.
60 minutes, that's what it's all about. You never know how the game's going to go. You never know what play is going to have a big impact on the game. You watch Denver's game, the way they won at the end, and no one thought they were going to pull that one out. So you just continue to play for 60 minutes and see what happens at the end.
That was wild, by the way. No points for Denver for 3 quarters and then scored 33 in the last. That had never happened before. All right, coming up next, special team coordinator John Bones Fossil is at the telestrator breaking down Jim DK's returns.
Cam rolls right now, sets his feet, throws back to the left, downfield, it's caught, that's a Titans touchdown, Jim DK, 38 yards.
We're back on Titans football, and that was rookie sensation Jim DK with a 38-yard touchdown grab. We're joined by special teams coordinator John Bones Fossil. Jim's touchdown was set up by his own 29-yard kickoff return, and it's time for Titans tape, and we need you, Bones, to break down the speedster and how he's doing all these returns. Good to have you here,
Great
pal.
to have you.
Let's go.
Okay, let's get to it. So let's go to the film right here, just like we did just a little bit ago. So we have a return here where it's just basically a man return. Everybody's just got some one-on-ones. The kick direction has a lot to do with our drop angles on the front line. You can see right here. So, you know, if the ball's kicked to our right, we're all dropping at that angle. If the ball's kicked to our left, we're all dropping at this angle. So these guys right here have a lot of action that they're talking about as far as my eyes before the play even gets started, okay? So as it unfolds, all right, you can just see here, it's just a man return. I'll go to the end zone shot here in a second, but one of the big things for us right here on kickoff return, if you want to talk real specifics, okay, is denying penetration. And so we don't want to have any free runners get through there. We feel if we can deny penetration, then we got a chance for Jim to get a little bit of return yardage right here. So pretty good look.
How about this guy down here on the sideline, too?
Oh, yeah. Hey.
I don't want to circle all over him, but
we're all part of the action right there. So helping our teammates up, that's a big part of the deal. But just a couple of highlights right here. So they kick it a little bit to our right. So you can see, if I slow-mo this right here, everybody on the front line, nobody can go until the ball gets caught or the ball hits the ground. So you can see as the action's going, I'll kind of fast forward and rewind, that everybody's eyes go back to the returner for their drop angles, okay? You can see all the eyes right there. Now, the ball's caught, so the action starts. So what we did is here, we just matched everybody up one-on-one. We put a double team on the kick side too. All right, you can see Curtis Jacobs on the backside with a fantastic block. Mason Kinsey on the backside with a fantastic block. And this double team really gets us started to the kick side. We got Julius Chestnut, who's coming up as the unblocked guy for the safety. And as it unfolds, we just run it right at the kick side. Everybody trying to win their one-on-ones. All right, straining just a little bit more, and not a bad drive start.
I love it, Coach, and it's obviously not the first time that we've seen this. Jim had a 65-yarder against Arizona, a 71-yarder against the Denver Broncos in his first game in the NFL, and my first touchdown call was a punt return that the officials didn't agree with me on. That was a 50. Oh, yeah. Okay, good. We're on the same team here. What is making this guy so special in the return game?
Yeah, I think there's quite a few things in play here. Is number one, he's got fantastic ball skills, so his ability to track punts and track kicks is the most important job of a punt returner, kick returner, is make sure I catch it on the fly, don't put the ball on the ground. He's got really good awareness as far as finding seams. A lot of that is instinctive, so there's things we can work on, but there's things that runners just have to have as far as the vision part of it. And then a really unheralded part of the action in the return game is the belief the returner has in his blockers and the belief and love the blockers have in the returner. When you have a little bit of combination of both, you got some action between all 11 bodies.
And you've got a guy that can fly, obviously, and he's working his tail off as a rookie. But I love how you called out those 10 guys in front of him. It takes all 11 to give yourself good field position. And that return that we just saw, a 29-yard return, led to a touchdown.
Yep, and that's our goal on, in special teams, is to give us the best drive start we can when our offense takes the field after a punt return, kick return, and kill their drive start when we're covering a punt or a kickoff. And we can get big swings in field position by just earning an extra first down in the return game or killing an extra first down by them in the cover game.
Bones, we need your energy in this building every single Monday, okay? So when we do these shows that we see on Tuesday, we need you for these,
You
all
calling
right?
me, my fingers always tell us straight already.
I love it. I love it. Up next, former Titans quarterback Matt Cassel takes center stage in the media spotlight. I'm Taylor Zarzour. Welcome back. Matt Cassel played 2 seasons with the Tennessee Titans, and when the veteran quarterback arrived in Nashville, he brought instant leadership to the sidelines, helping guide a young Marcus Mariota. When his number was called in the 2016 season finale, Cassel stepped up and delivered the Titans to a win over the Houston Texans, locking in a winning season. These days, Matt has flipped the script, going from answering media questions to asking them as a member of the media himself. This is Where Are They Now?, presented by Nissan.
Yeah, we got lots to say. Now here's Bobby and Matt.
What's happening, everybody? Matt, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. Just kind of taking this heat in. You know, the heat wave.
Well, that's the
finally
first
got here.
thing Matt said. As soon as I laid eyes on him, he goes, "How about this heat?" Are you at that age
It's hot in here.
where it's always the weather?
Well, I'm a sweater, right? So I walk outside and I just start dripping.
I think the best material a lot of time is when it's off the cusp and it's authentic and it's something that your brain just goes right to a thought and you're able to say that thought.
Hold on a second. Honey, I've had walking the moon.
Hi, I'm Matt Cassel. I was drafted in 2005. I played for the Tennessee Titans 2016 and 2017. Here's where I am now. Life is always crazy right after you get done playing in the NFL for 14 years, and I'm one of those people that wanted purpose, wanted to get going. And I got an email one day, and it was through NFL Media, and they reached out and said, "Hey, would you be interested in doing a podcast with Bobby Bones?" And Bobby Bones is a legend in his own industry, right? And I was like, "Well, yeah, I would love to meet him, and I'm very interested in doing a podcast." It just happens that he's here in Nashville.
Good to see you.
Him wanting to come in and even be coached a bit. Now, he knows what he's doing on television, and he's great as a podcaster. But when we first started, he was like, "Hey, tell me everything I can do to get better." And so it was me, basically, I don't want to say who, but I worked with like 5 or 6 people auditioning people for the job. But as soon as I met Matt, it was like, well, this is an easy decision.
I thought I was going in for a cup of coffee. No, he put me right on the mic, started interviewing me. It was a true like interview process, and we hit it off kind of right away.
It didn't hurt. He's also like 6'5" and like a Greek god. But other than that, like I think just his ability to be where he says he's going to be and be there on time, I mean, that is so valuable today.
When you're in a new system and even you hear the play call coming to your helmet, you don't always process it. You're just regurgitating what you're hearing.
We could talk about anything, and that's the beautiful part. A lot of times we're not even scripted. We just go off, hey, what'd you do last weekend? Or we'll go through and preview a different division, and then that'll lead into a story, or he'll tell a story. NFL is really what brought us on and put that podcast together. So they asked us to come out because we're both here in Nashville, talk a little bit about the Tennessee Titans.
Well, they're doing practice play-by-play over our head, too, which I've never quite heard before. But, yeah, it's super exciting.
Mainly, you know, the featured story, Cam Ward, and his development and what that might look like in year one. And I'm really excited to see this young man play because he's brought a lot of excitement to this city, but he's also an exciting player.
You've got a new offense coordinator with Nick Holtz. Talk to me about that process and learning to get to know each other and the collaboration that really takes place to get to know you as a player.
Just good. I think
when you're actually being asked the questions a lot of times versus reporting on things and how you articulate your thought, and also sometimes dumb down your verbiage of football verbiage sometimes can be very complicated to make it understandable for the masses. That was something that was a steep learning curve that I had to understand the dynamics of that. Also, the NFL does a great job of offering the NFL Media Boot Camp that I went to not once, but twice during my NFL career because I just wanted to know, really, hey, what am I doing here? And over the last 3 seasons, I've been working for NBC as a college analyst, and I do the big Saturday night game that we have every Saturday night. We feature a Big Ten team of the week, and it's been fun for me because it keeps me part of the game. I'm on the field, get to talk to coaches, and be really entrenched in that environment of college football. So it's been a blast and a blessing at the same time. For me, it adds value to my kids to see me going to work because, I've been blessed and put into a position after playing 14 years that I could be at home a lot more often than I am, but also football season, particularly in college ranking, it's 13 weeks, right? So I'm done December 3rd and I'm home for the holidays, and I'll pick up some stuff on the back end. But it's a short season. Kids see me away for a little bit. I know they miss me, but they know that Daddy's coming home and I'm doing it for them.
Coach McCoy, you've played quarterback and have coached an impressive list of quarterbacks in your own right in your days in the NFL. Peyton Manning, Phillip Rivers, Jake Delhomme. You guys went to Super Bowl 38. Do you see any characteristics that Cam has that maybe you've coached before in the NFL?
Well, I think those are three great quarterbacks you mentioned, and I think that Cam is very similar to them in his burning desire to be great. Cam is the offseason program since we drafted him. He lived in the facility, did so many great things for us, the way he worked every day, and that's the big thing, I think.
Yeah, and obviously those guys had amazing careers, but when you're a rookie, you're feeling all of this out, aren't you, the more and more reps that you get?
Yeah, I think all those quarterbacks would tell you that there's nothing like experience. And week in and week out, you go out there, you learn, you play different teams, different schemes, all those things, and you change plays from week to week, what you think is best. You see things for the first time, and you continue to get better. Week after week, it's constant improvement. That's what we're always looking for, because they have the toughest job, playing the quarterback position in the NFL.
All right, coming up next, how Titans players were spreading hope and joy to children battling cancer. Titans football is back. Crucial Catch Week is an initiative to raise awareness for cancer treatment and early detection. On Sunday, players and coaches wore special I Play For shirts with names of friends, family, and loved ones who have dealt with this disease. Coach, you are wearing a shirt honoring Maura Shuey and her fight against breast cancer.
Yes, and I think the Crucial Catch is great for the players to kind of express their feelings and their opinions, whether it's through a personal situation. And it's a great platform for them to go out there and talk about things and raise awareness to certain causes. And personally, with Maura, Ramonda, Randy Jordan's wife, it's personal for us because they're great people, and you feel for them. Our experience in Jacksonville with Maura and then Ramonda here, you think about them all the time, and they have a special feeling in our hearts.
Appreciate you mentioning that, and certainly Ramonda has been all around our team throughout the year, and we're pulling hard for all of them. It's touched all of us, that's for sure. Titans players Roger McCreary, Marcus Harris, and Kendall Brooks recently spent time with children from Hope Kids of Middle Tennessee, brave young heroes who are battling cancer, for a night of fun and games on this week's SeatGeek Sound.
Oh, that's that DB instincts right there. Quick reaction. You got a rematch?
This afternoon, we've been at Dave & Buster's with the Titans Crucial Catch program. They hosted our teenage kids who have cancer for Cancer Awareness Month, and we're having a great time at Dave & Buster's, playing games, getting to know each other, and letting the kids just be kids.
Trying to see what a racing car is that. You try to race? Get on a race car. Can't everybody play that? Do this one. It's that Roger Dodger. Yeah, gotta get that. Yeah, we at Dave & Buster's in Opry Mills playing games with the Hope Kids. Kids who fighting cancer, going through it, and it's just great to come out here and just have fun. You behind me? I think you behind me. I was truly a kid with them in there, so it just brought back a lot of memories.
Oh, I'm so proud of the Titans for getting out in the community like this. We were so happy when the Titans came to Nashville, and I love that they're involved and embedded in the neighborhoods and in the community the way that they've become.
After the break, the Titans' Week 8 game plan for a rematch with the Indianapolis Colts. Welcome back to Titans football. We're officially shifting our focus to Week 8 as we look ahead to the 6-1 Indianapolis Colts. They currently have the best record in the National Football League. How about that rematch from Week 3 of the season here in Nashville? Go just north on I-65 to play the Colts. What do you think of this hot start they're on right now?
Well, Shane Steichen's done a phenomenal job with the team. Shane coached with me in San Diego, thought very highly of him. And it doesn't surprise me at all with the success he's had, with the way he's put a staff together, the way he's put the team together. It's taken him some time to get to where he is, but they've done a phenomenal job. They got a very talented roster. Obviously, they made some coaching changes on the defensive staff. Lou's done a great job with how they're playing and what they're doing, and obviously their rushing attack. Their back is special. He's one of the best in the business. He's been very productive this year, so we got to go out and go on the road and play our best game against a very well-coached football team with a lot of talented players, and they're on a roll right now.
They certainly are. This Sunday, the Titans and the Colts round 2 kicks off at 3:25 Central from Lucas Oil Stadium. Our pregame radio coverage begins at 2:30 with Titans Countdown, which you can hear on 104.5 The Zone. For Mike McCoy and for Bones Fossil, I'm Taylor Zarzour. Thanks for watching Titans football. We'll see you next time.